I'm going all in on YouTube, and I'm giving myself 1 year from today to see how much I could push myself. You see, for the last few years, I've been saying that I didn't want YouTube to be my job. I wanted it to be a passion that I could monetize. And part of that was because I was having a hard time growing my channel, but also because I didn't have a concrete workflow to demand creativity often enough to make this my job. But this next year, I'm all in. I started filming every day of my life in 2020 as a way to tell stories, capture my life, and preserve moments in time like this. I even made a time capsule when I was at 50,000 subscribers, manifesting what I would have now in the second half of this year, which was the desire to hit 100,000 subscribers. But now we're ending this year with 270,000. I am shocked, grateful, and more motivated than ever. The hard part recently is committing to videos when I have the time to make them, because I'm trying to both focus on being present as well as spend time with my family and friends during my last semester of college. But this whole video thing has been one of the constants in my life, and I love it. In 2025, this YouTube channel turns 9 years old, and it'll mark 5 years of the daily project, half of my initial goal for 10 years. And so I'm going all in just to see where it goes. Also, if you're wondering about this t-shirt, I wrote the names of people who donated during my live streams this year, and I put them on a shirt, and I said I would wear it in a video by the end of the year. So shout out to everybody here. You're genuinely making my life so much more interesting and cool, and I really appreciate it if you've supported me. The live streams I have planned are going to be really interesting, and you're not going to want to miss them. And to show you where I'm at with tackling what I want to do in the next 365 days, I want to share with you some feelings I've had recently and what my plan is leading up to when I graduate college in just a few months. I'm currently outside the building that I lived in during my freshman year of college, and there's a study room on the top floor of one of the residential towers. And since I don't live on campus anymore, I kind of just wanted to go back to a spot that I haven't been to in a while to work on my finals. This is actually the room that I lived in freshman year. The other side of this window is where I did a lot of my work, and that's the window where I had the Lorax with the sign, where I changed it every day.
It's really windy.
It's really windy.
I'm looking at you.
You see my hair?
No, I see your face. It's all red.
Are you able to swipe me to the 22nd?
I am.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I don't miss that sound at all. I mean, I lived on one of the low rises freshman year. This is the 22-story tower. There's nobody up here. That's honestly pretty surprising. I could actually see my car from here. More specifically though, I did want to sit at the stools. The reason I wanted to, oh, this is gonna be loud, ready? Yep, some things never change. So the reason I decided to do work up here is one, just to get out of my apartment, because I've been doing a lot of editing and just writing, and I'm getting sick of staring at my own wall while I do work. And also because I feel like it's a very full circle moment that I'm having right now. I used to edit all the time up here, and I had friends or people or even just like familiar faces from different classes I've had come up here to do work, and they see me Premiere Pro open, doing my thing. Could probably pull up a clip over this of me doing that literally 3 years ago at this point. But this was such a nice place. It still is, but it's such a nice place to be to do work. Sometimes there's nobody up here, sometimes everyone's typing away, but it used to mostly just be the people who lived here who came up here. And I just have good memories. My first semester, when I found this place, it was where I met a lot of friends for the first time. We got together, everyone who just moved in like the first 2 days, and we played Uno and card games over there. And now that I'm graduating after just one more semester, on top of this being my editing hub to get out of my room, it was at that point where I was like, I'm gonna hit 100,000 subscribers in college, and I'm gonna do whatever it takes. And it's really interesting to just be right here. I have a very specific memory of making this video here, and I was editing it, and there's even one shot that I'm sitting in this exact seat. I'll pull it up, right? You could see it. It's just hard to believe that that was the beginning of college, and now that it's coming to an end, I am where I am. Part of me is reminiscing on the blind optimism and excitement that my freshman year self had when I lived on campus for the first year. In some of these videos, I was talking to my future self who is now about to graduate. I know at some point I'm gonna refer back to this video and laugh at how naive or stupid I was, but for the sake of having just this part of my life on record, I just moved into college and I'm not sure how to make videos. I'd like to think that I'm adapting to college in a relatively easy manner. As an 18-year-old who makes videos like this, I don't know how to not sound cliche or cheesy like I'm trying to teach a lesson out of Judy B. Jones or the Magic Treehouse. I don't want to be a YouTuber. I just want to be able to tell stories and catalog my personal growth, hopefully for someone else to learn something along the way. To be honest, my apartment doesn't get a ton of sunlight, so this feels really nice to work in. I think it's funny because year after year I've desired the growth that I got for my channel, and now that I got it, I really want to capitalize it, which is why I'm making this video where I emphasize that in 2025 I'm going all in, and I want to figure out a way to do this. Whether it remains to be just a hobby or a side hustle or job-like, I don't know. I'd like to create some structure to it though, because I feel like structuring my creativity makes it actually happen rather than just staying to my Google Doc, which is where all of my video scripts come from, but it's also where a lot of them go to die. This is also where I sat when I was stuck at 25,000 subscribers for 3 years straight. And I'm still working on the videos because I love it regardless of the numbers. I was always wishing that it would be something more, but I was fully content with what I was making, and that felt really good. And I want to get back to that stage because I think the numbers kind of warped how I feel about it, whether I like to admit it or not. It's been 3 years, 3 months, 3 days, 16 hours. And I'm giving up. Meaning that I'm giving up on YouTube ever being my job, but making this video to say that I'm not fucking leaving! I can't. The sunk cost fallacy is the premise that you can't abandon a project because you already put too much time and energy into it, even if the return is minuscule. After a decade of making videos and filming every day of my life for the last 3 years, I make enough money to buy a pack of Oreos and maybe Chips Ahoy if I had a good month. But that's not the only value I get out of it. But I want my long form videos here to be meaningful. And if they're only meaningful to me, then alright. That's how it was when I sat here freshman year making my videos for like 200 people to watch. I just have so many ideas that it's hard to allocate which one should I put time into, which is also why when I'm done with all my final stuff in about a week and a half, I'm gonna try to film 3 videos that I've been meaning to get to for a very long time. I want it to be a snapshot of my creative mind right now, and that sounds really pretentious, but it's exactly what I did freshman year that I'm already looking back on with a lot of fondness, and I think it's fun to be able to look back at those videos. In the same way I'm gonna look back at this video in a few years from now. I don't really rewatch my videos until the thing underneath says like 1 year ago, 2 years ago. Looking back at that and realizing how far I've come, which like, I'm sitting in the same spot I did 3 years ago. And I edited video after video here. It is December 6th, 2024. By the end of 2025, it'll be really interesting to see this. And starting up 2026 is gonna be a whole different story. Subscribe to keep up with that. Today is day 1,790 something of filming every day of my life. And I gotta get to work. I got a presentation to do on Monday, a final paper I have yet to start, notes from classes that I still need to go over, and places to be and people to see. If I love what I'm doing, I should keep going regardless of how hard it gets for me to be consistent with it. So let's see where this next year takes us. If you want to see me open time capsules from the past, click on this video here. If you want to see a 2-minute emotion dump that I posted a couple months ago, click this video here. And if you decide to click off, I hope to see you in my next video. Have a good one and take it easy.